What's up, YouTube? It's the Action Figure Grader coming back to you with another what to buy on eBay video. We've got vintage collection, vintage Kenner items, and then a few comic books that I wanted to go through that are all on eBay. And as always, in the video description, I will have eBay channel affiliate links in case you want to bid on any of these auctions or buy it now situations. It helps out the channel at no cost to you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. I think I've got some really good stuff here that I think you'll like. And the first one is, I think, probably the best deal out of everything that is buy it now in this video. And this is a VC04 Luke Skywalker Bespin, the original issue, and it's an unpunched example, US card. And it looks very clean, very unpunched. It's not like a hanger tab's been inserted back in there. And if you remember, there was an AFA 9.0 that sold for between $800 and $900 about a year ago. Now, admittedly, it's a different market, but this is one of those ones that was covered by Yakface about how it never shows up unpunched. It's very, very rare to find unpunched. The Magna Guard, some of those other early TVC that some of them came unpunched, some of them did not. Very, very few of them came unpunched, though. And this one has 9 watchers on it. It's in Canada right now at 240 Canadian dollars, which is 176 US dollars. There was another one that I covered yesterday. That was another unpunched example of VC04 that sold for not much less than this, and it was a beater. I mean, it wasn't a beater, but it was not nearly as nice of a card as this one. So to me, this one seems like a really good deal, just given the high grade condition of it and the fact that it's one of those early TVC that just hardly you can ever find unpunched. So to me, that's a really good deal. $176.50 plus shipping from Canada. 9 watchers on that one. We got Power Droid back with some auctions for some uncirculated beautiful figures, and I didn't cover everything that he has at auction right now, but I wanted to at least show you my 2 favorite. And the first one is the Imperial Assault Tank Commander, the Rogue One figure. This is an uncirculated 9.25. We know how expensive this one is, just even ungraded, you know, 75, 80 bucks all day long. This one's a 9.25 uncirculated, so direct from a sealed case to AFA. This one right now is at $10.50, the current bid, and it ends Sunday evening at 9:05 p.m. Central Time. So if you're still looking for that one, that's a really high grade one. He also has Luke Skywalker crate, which none of us can figure out why this one is fairly pricey, other than it could be short packed. But this is another 9.25 uncirculated AFA example, and again, ungraded, they go for about the same price as the Imperial Assault Tank Commander, you know, 75, 85 bucks in that ballpark. This one's at $8.50, and it ends the same time, Tuesday at about 9 o'clock Central Time. So there you go. Next up, KE Toys, who is local to me, and I've bought from in the past, always had good experiences. He's got some more recent releases that just came back from AFA, and I don't usually cover the Black Series, but this one looked really cool. This is the 40th anniversary Black Series Boba Fett on that Return of the Jedi card back. Uncirculated 9.0 Black Series 6-inch Boba Fett. That looks really nice inside the case. And it's at 100 bucks right now with $11 shipping. He had 9 of them available. 4 of them have already sold. 5 of them are still available, so that's a buy it now if you are a Boba Fett fan or a Black Series fan. That's a pretty good deal, really. I mean, 100 bucks plus $11 shipping. I'm not really sure you could do it for much less than that if you sent it in yourself to AFA. So good deal on that. He also has an uncirculated 9.0 Tusken Warrior. Probably one of my, other than the removable helmet Darth Vader, this is probably one of my favorite releases from this year. It just looks awesome. I love the way that card back looks, the figure looks, everything about it. This is an uncirculated 9.0. He had 2. One of them has sold. One of them still available at 85 bucks plus $10.45 shipping. A really great price for a recent release Tusken Warrior. And then if you're over in the UK, I found one over in the UK as well. This is an uncirculated 90 from UKG. And this one is $91.94 US dollars, or 75 pounds plus shipping. Really, this is, I'm posting this one up for my UK viewers. If you're into graded TVC, that's a beautiful example. 90.95 were the sub scores on that one for the Book of Boba Fett Tusken Warrior. So go check that one out. Next up, we've got an ungraded Revenge of the Sith Obi-Wan Starfighter. This is mint and sealed box. Box looks to be in pretty great shape overall. $100 plus $15 shipping. So if you're into collecting the TVC vehicles, there you go. It's time to dig into a few vintage Kenner items, as well as a couple of comic books that I picked out. And I always talk about in my videos about, hey, don't overpay for an AFA high-grade 32 back B Yoda, because they were produced plentifully, okay? This is one of the highest produced vintage Kenner items. And I'm not saying this is perfect, but this is a pretty darn close example of what I'm talking about. You can buy one of these ungraded and go get it graded yourself. I think this would get an 80 grade. There's one little kind of like spider vein by the hang tab, and there's one very, very small ding to the right of Yoda on the blister. But the stem looks great. The card back looks great. I really think that this one would probably get an 80, 80, 85 would be my personal opinion on this one. So, you know, again, I don't know for sure what this one would grade, but that's my kind of assessment looking at it. It's crystal clear blister. It is a punched example, so if you're into unpunched, I understand. But this one's at 152.50 right now with 4 days and 14 hours left. And I think that you can probably get this one for $350 to $450, somewhere in that ballpark. So, you know, if you're looking for a Yoda mint on card, that's a pretty good deal, and I think would grade very highly. Next up, I got to show this one. This seller's got some really nice stuff. I've got 2 or 3 items from him. This is a mint and seal box die-cast Imperial Cruiser. The box looks, I mean, it looks immaculate. It looks almost perfect. There's some very minor wear to it, but mint and seal box. Look how clean the back of this one is. I mean, this is like as clean as it gets for one of these die-cast boxed items. You know, the Falcon, the Imperial Cruiser, and the Y-Wing came in these. It's like the second series, and they came in these boxes. But this box is unbelievable condition. It's flawless, really. This was at auction as well. This one ends Tuesday evening around 8:22 Central Time. But right now it's at 5:50. It just got listed. It's like 6:11 in the morning while I'm filming this, people. That's how dedicated I am to y'all. But anyway, this one just got listed late last night, so I wanted to pull it up and add it to the video for today. But $550 is the current bid right now. It ends Tuesday evening, $23 shipping. I would expect that to go $350 to $450 minimum would be my guess on that one. So there you go. Next up, same seller also has a mint and seal, not a mint and seal box, but unused contents Jawa for the 12-inch. And it's got the box. I think it's still sealed or tied to the cardboard insert. And it also has the Jawa blaster. It's got all the, you know, the paperwork contents. So this is a truly unused contents 12-inch Jawa. And right now this one's at $48. I would expect this one to sell, I don't know, probably $250, maybe $300, somewhere in there. Maybe that's too high. I don't know. But it's still tied to, you know, zip tied to the back of it. So you know that figure's pretty mint. And the actual box is not in bad shape either. So anyway, that one ends Tuesday evening around 9 o'clock Eastern time. And then he also has a tape sealed baggie for Bosk. This is the orange head Bosk. So one of the earlier versions, probably one of the baggie variations that it came for the mail away that we saw on the transition card ESB card backs, the 21 backs with the secret Star Wars mail away offer. So anyway, I don't know which baggie that is. I think it's the ESB F, so somewhere in there, in terms of the baggie type. But that's the orange hair baggie. Now, it's not perfect. The back of the figure's got a lot of scuffing on it, so keep that in mind. But it is a tape sealed baggie that does not look kind of retaped or anything. It looks like correct seal. But anyway, that one is at auction. It's at 99 cents right now. And that one ends Tuesday evening at 7:45 Central. And then here's a few other baggies I found that I liked. Here's a Zuckus/Forlam baggie for the mail away. This is just the baggie. It doesn't include the box or the catalog or anything like that. That one's at $120, $8 shipping, but it's also make an offer. I think the fair market values were around $100 on this one. So, you know, if you're looking for a baggie there, you might get it cheaper than that in an auction. So I just wanted to at least include it. I like this one a lot as well. This one's $140. This is a later Greedo baggie. It's labeled the Sears mail away bag, but this is not the Sears version. That's the SWC baggie. This is a later ESB baggie. which is actually harder to find, I think, than the SWC baggie. So it looks like the heat sealed baggie. So this is probably an ESB D baggie, if I had to guess on that one. Very similar to my Hoth Luke Skywalker that I just picked up recently. But anyway, that one is also making an offer. It's at $140 and $8 shipping. There's 16 watchers on this one. So I'm almost positive that this is a much more difficult to find Greedo baggie variation versus the SWD baggie. So anyway, there you go. Next up is another baggie. This is a really good deal too. This is an R2-D2 sensor scope baggie. That's a tape sealed baggie, but the tape on this one looks very, very clean. You can see the tape at the top there by his dome, but this is a beautiful baggie, beautiful condition. That one's at $160, and there are 5 watchers on this one as well. That's a make an offer as well, so you might be able to pick that up for, I don't know, $125 or so. But that's a really clean one, and looks 100% legit with no kind of retape or anything like that. So good deal there. I got a few comics I wanted to show you. This one is at auction. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic number 42. This is the origin of Revan. And I've got this one in my collection. And, you know, with the comic book market down, when you find some of these secondary key issues at auction, maybe you get lucky and you get it for very cheap. But Malik Unleashed, this is a Dark Horse comic from 2009. And again, it's the origin of Revan. So beautiful comic. I love this cover. It's one of my favorites. Right now it's at about $35. It ends Saturday evening at 7:18 Central Time. $17 shipping on that one. And this is a recent release, but I love this cover, so I wanted to show it to you. It's at auction. It ends Sunday evening at 9:12. Right now the current bid's at $28. Don't spend more than about $50 on this, maybe $60, somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. They've been selling very consistently between $60 and $70, but I think at auction, maybe you get lucky. But this is Dr. Aphra number 35, the La Rocca, the Salvador La Rocca variant. It's not a key issue in terms of like the contents for the book, like a first appearance or anything, but it's an awesome homage cover to Star Wars number 1. And it's got Dr. Aphra, and all the wording, everything is an homage to the original Star Wars book from 1977. So I just love that cover. I always want to say homage, but it's actually homage. That's how it's supposed to be pronounced. But I just always want to say homage. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of my taking French when I was growing up. But anyway, this is a nice book. I just love the way it looks. They've been selling very consistently around $60, $70. So anyway, I think at auction, maybe you get lucky and you get it for about $50. Another book at auction. This is up in Canada. This one ends Tuesday at 10:33 Central. This is the first appearance of Cad Bane in comics. This is Darth Maul number 2 from 2017. Another book that's really down right now. You might get it for $150 or less, $125 or less. Who knows? But right now the bid on that one is like 92 cents. So this is another one that just got listed late last night. So I wanted to show that one. Here is a Manaman. This one is an AFA 85. That one ends Sunday at 9:21 p.m. and it's already at $257. But I think you can safely go up to what, about $350 or so for an AFA 85 Amanaman, loose graded. Next up, we've got a Yoda Power of the Force coin encased with Yoda. This one is a CAS 85. Really beautiful figure, and right now the bid is $300. No bids yet. This one ends Sunday at 5:45 Central Time, but that is a beautiful example. And we all know how expensive the Power of the Force mint on card for Yoda is. I mean, they can go for a couple $1,000, if not more than that. So this is a kind of a poor man's way to do it. You can have the Yoda along with the Power of the Force coin. The coin got an 85. The figure got an 85. This is the brown snake Yoda, but really nice example there encased by CAS. And again, this one ends Sunday evening. And right now the bid is $300, and there's no offers yet on that one, but I think that's a beautiful example. And then finally, I've got a mail away for Forlom. This is a UKG 85%. This one just got listed a couple of days ago. There are 11 watchers on it, and the asking price is 260 pounds, which is $318 US. You can also make an offer. And I think this is really designed for my UK buyers because the global shipping for me is like $46. But if you're in the UK, I bet the shipping will be quite a bit less, and it's also make an offer, so I bet you can get it for cheaper. And again, there's 11 watchers on this one. This is the 47 back, mail away 4 long. That, you know, the offer was the red offer that you saw on the 47 back. So, and it got it at 85%. So anyway, I hope that you enjoyed these items. And again, in the video description, there will be eBay affiliate links in case you want to make any bids or do any buy it nows. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll be back soon.